Exodus 21:16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. We're giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachah HaKodash, double honors to the personnel of Great Millstone, where I learned this truth from peace and salutations to all the brothers around the world preaching, teaching, pushing this gospel kind of lesson. Jesus is going into slavery too. Yes, he is. That image, it's all lies. It's Cesare Borgia. We're going to speak a little on that. Yes, he's going into slavery. Let's get his progenitor here, Genesis 4:8. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and he murdered him. He says he slew him. There's a difference between killing and murdering. He murdered his brother. Payback is a bitch. Genesis 9:6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of the Most High made he man. This man is known as the wicked. We're going to get that, but let's get Psalm 50:16. But unto the wicked the Most High said, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? What are you doing with our book in your hand? It's not yours, seeing thou hatest instruction. He was given the same instructions back in his progenitor, Cain. They were told what sacrifices to bring. He couldn't obey the instructions. And castest my words behind thee. This man is the wicked. He's known as the wicked. We're going to get it right at the end of the Old Testament here. Let's get Malachi. Often quoted, don't bother to get it. Let's get it this time. Malachi 1:3-4. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Esau, Edom. Edom means red. Take another look. He's calling himself white. No, he's red. Whereas Edom, Esau, Edom says, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them, the whole nation, not one man, them, the border of wickedness. You look that word of border, it means the edge, the limit of all wickedness. And the people against whom the Lord, it's all caps, meaning Yahweh the Father. He is, he exists, he to be. He hath righteous anger, indignation forever. The edge of wickedness. And the earth is given into his hand. We're going to get it. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? It's him. The liar, the deceiver. He's doing his job. This the nation of Edomites we're going to get next, because there's just no mercy for this man. It says so in Hebrews 12:16. But we're going to get this actual account here that fits exactly what this man done. The Roman Empire, Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha 14. Let's go from 15 to 17 to begin with. For a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he hath made an image of his child soon taken away, now honored him as a god, which was then a dead man, and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices. Thus in process of time an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings. See, he lost his son. Who's this speaking of? It's Pope Alexander, whom men could not honor in presence because they dwelt far off. They took the counterfeit of his visage from far, and made an express image of a king whom they honored, to the end that by this their forwardness they might flatter him that was absent as if he were present. This is the wickedness and idolatrous nation. See? Following after gods, this man lost his son, Pope Alexander. I think it's the 5th or the 6th. He commissioned this well-known artist, Leonardo da Vinci, to draw his son in the stead of the true Messiah, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and have the whole world caught up in his madness. Let's jump to verse 21. And this was an occasion to deceive the world, for men serving either calamity or tyranny did ascribe unto stones and stocks the incommunicable name. Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of the Most High, but whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance, those so great plagues called they peace, for whilst they slew their children in sacrifices. That's what they do. Their gods require all these type of wickedness to serve, or use secret ceremonies, or made revelings of strange rites. They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled. No, it doesn't matter. You can marry who you want, what you want, do what you like. They don't have any law. Remember, this man is lawless. But either one slew another traitorously, or grieved him by adultery, so that there reigned in all men without exception blood, manslaughter, theft, and dissimulation, corruption, unfaithfulness, tumult, perjury, disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good turns, defiling of souls, changing of kind, disorder in marriages, adultery, and shameless uncleanness. See that in Romans 1. For the worshipping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. You're gonna get it for your wickedness. And this Jesus character is getting ready to go into slavery. He's an Edomite. Let's get Jeremiah. There's no escaping. Where is that? Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured. Devour who? The true children of Israel. They're calling us Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. We spread to the four corners of the earth. We look like whoever we look like. Our progenitor, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's our forefathers, the righteous fathers. Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, all of them, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey, for I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord, because they call thee an outcast, saying, This is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. You can laugh all you like. It's not going to change your outcome. It's not going to change any outcome. You're going into slavery. Let's wrap up with a few of these verses here. Psalms 149. Let's go from 5. Let the saints who are Hebrew Israelites be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishment among the people, to bind their kings with chains, and their nobles with fetters of iron. It's your turn. Slavery for all Edomites and all the heathens, the other 16 nations. You're all going into slavery, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord. You're going into slavery. Esau, Edom, headed up by your chief demon, Jesus. Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. It's your turn. Jesus is going into slavery too.